Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the official press conference ahead of another stacked card brought to you by No Limit Boxing that you'll see on Main Event Television this Wednesday night. Of course, you can access Main Event via Foxtel and KO. Ben Damon is my name, and in our main event this Wednesday night, we get to see Wollongong's own Sam Goodman. He's the mandatory world title challenger, but he's gone all in. He's risking absolutely everything, taking on the world number 8, the big punching and undefeated Thai, China Warwood, who joins us here today and we'll have a chat with very, very shortly. A stacked card as well, as I mentioned. Plenty of interest in this cross-code heavyweight battle between Barry Hall and Curtis Scott. The flame has well and truly been lit for that one with the face-off we conducted a few days ago, and one that has the boxing world talking in the former world title challenger Liam Wilson taking on Yusuf Dib. Plenty of good fights right throughout this undercard as well, and really looking forward to getting back here to the Wynn Entertainment Centre where we had such a successful time out last time with Goodman taking on Mark Schliebs. I'll bring in George Rose, who's sitting up here with all his friends at the moment. George, good to see you, mate. How good to be back here in Wollongong again after the success of that last show and knowing what is on the line for Goodman.
Yeah, look, I think one of the things that I really love about Wollongong, not only is it the hometown of Sam Goodman, but the atmosphere. Every time we come here to the Wynn Entertainment Centre, it's absolutely off its head. And I think we've got a really good card that's going to get everybody out of their seats and really enjoy the night here.
Yeah, and a lot of interest in that co-main event that I mentioned. The two former footy players, the former AFL Premiership winner, a former NRL Premiership winner as well. Did you watch the face-off piece the other day? They've really taken a turn, these two, in this promotion.
Mate, I absolutely loved it. I think that's what professional boxing's about. You've got to put yourself out there. You've got to put it all on the line, and both of these guys were definitely putting it all out there. So I love that I love the war of words. I love that they want to let everybody know how much they hate each other, let everybody know what's coming on Wednesday night, and I just hope, can we get a few more people up here? When these boys actually come up on stage, I might need a few more people in between us. I know we've got Sam in the middle. I know Sam can handle himself, but we might need a few more because, yeah, it was fiery.
Yeah, it certainly was. So we will bring up those fighters shortly when it's their time to talk. So we're going to introduce them individually, the main events and the co-main event. I just want to ask you about the fight between two of the gentlemen already seated here, Liam Wilson and Yusuf Dib. This seems to be the fight that people in boxing circles really want to talk about. It's a fascinating matchup. How do you see it going, and what have you felt about the build-up to that fight?
Well, look, the promo's called All In, and these fighters are going all in on this fight. Liam Wilson coming up in weight, Yui Dib taking a very tough opponent in Liam Wilson. They're both putting it all on the line for the opportunity to go on to greatness on the back of it. They've both had really good careers up until now. This could be a defining moment for both of them, and you know the opportunity's there for both of them to go on to much bigger and better things too. So I'm excited for that fight. I'm excited for every fight on this card. Like I said, every one of these guys is going all in on these fights. There's a lot of 50-50 fights on this card where people are absolutely putting it all on the line, and that's why it's going to make for a great night.
Yeah, some of those fights are represented here at the front table at the moment. What are you most looking forward to on the night out of all of these fights? Because some of these, amongst the guys seated at the front table, are going to be outstanding.
Ben, I'm a big boy. I like the big boys. I'm stoked that we've got some big heavyweights in here. I know that we've got some absolute beautiful boxers on the card, but we've got some big boys here and they're ready to throw down. I know one thing is that you can't blink when these big boys enter the ring. So I'm stoked for these heavyweights. I'm stoked with the talent that we've got on the card. It's a good mix. It's a good blend. Some pure boxing style along with some big boppers in the ring. I cannot wait.
Yeah, let's talk about that main event now, George, because it is, as we mentioned, Sam Goodman. He's mandatory for the world title, currently held by the undisputed star in Naoya Inoue from Japan, and he takes on China Warwood, who's joined us here today, the world number 8. We've got our first look at him. He was just over there having some photos taken. Geez, turned up in good nick.
He looks good, man. He looks good, and that's the thing we keep saying. Sam's putting absolutely everything on the line. You have a look at this bloke. He's in supreme condition. He's a top 10 world-ranked fighter. He's here to take everything away from Sam. He's rolling into Wollongong, into Sam's hometown, and he wants to take absolutely everything from him. And the opportunities are there. Sam's Mr. Mandatory. He's Mr. Mandatory. He's there. He's ready to take on Inoue, and he's risking it all here in Wollongong.
George, can you just tell us exactly where things are at in regards to that in-away fight? Because a lot of speculation globally that Sam has taken this fight instead of taking that fight, that Sam is in advanced negotiations to fight potentially in December. Has there been an offer? Where are things at?
There's been no official offer. Obviously, we'll talk to Mr. Honda about that. They hold all the cards. He's the undisputed champ. He can decide what he wants to do, but Sam gets through this fight and they're still looking for someone for September. I've no doubt that this bloke will put his hand up for it. He'll absolutely put his hand up for anything. When they want it, we're ready for it. We want to take absolutely everything from him, but he's got to get through Wednesday night first. Like we said, there's a huge challenge for him on Wednesday night. He gets through that and we're ready for in-away. We want to be undisputed.
Well, George, the best place to watch it is on the lounge on Wednesday night on Main Event, available via Foxtel and KO. But if people can get here to Wollongong, what's the deal with the tickets?
Yeah, ticketmaster.com.au or head through the No Limit Boxing website. Come in, enjoy the night. Wednesday night for the fights. It's going to be great here. There's no bad seat in the house. And Sam Goodman's going to put on an absolute show. Every one of these guys are going to try and steal the show from him, though. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing who puts their hand up to steal the show.
Thank you so much. That is George Rose. Time to talk to these fighters who join us down the front. And I should mention that we start this broadcast at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on Fox Sports. So there's 4 fights on Fox Sports before the pay-per-view begins at 7 p.m. Local time. One of those fights is going to be in between Liam Taliva, who joins us down the front here, and his opponent is Johan Lind, who I'll start with, 2 from the ends at the front table. Good to see you, Johan. Welcome to Wollongong. This is a very interesting fight. How do you feel about being involved in another major heavyweight showdown like this and on a card like this?
Yeah, I feel good. Me and Liam, we've sparred a couple of times last year, so we've kind of had a look at each other, and we obviously are quite confident of each other's matchups of what we can do. But it's been a good preparation, and mate, I love Wollongong, so it's going to be great to be down here. I'm looking at the stadium, and I can just see when this is full, it's just going to be so loud. I'm not going to be able to hear anything down ringside, so it's going to be fantastic.
It looks like a really 50-50 kind of fight, this one, but you've got that insight about the sparring. Can you give us just a little hint as to how things went there so we can try and pick a winner?
Oh, look, Liam's tough. He's got a very good straight left. He's a solid, tough fighter. But we've got a game plan. I don't want to give too much away, but we'll be ready for whatever comes at us.
All right, looking forward to seeing Johan Lind against this man, Liam Taliva. Liam, great to see you again. I guess you're still in your glory of winning the punch-off challenge we did at the open workout the other day.
100%. But look, first I want to just thank my Heavenly Father for another opportunity to be on such a prestigious card like this, number 1 in Australia, No Limit. I'd like to thank the boys for getting me back on, and I'm able to show class what I'm good at and basically do my thing.
What was that sparring like against Johan? He's a huge mountain of a man. How did you go against him?
Yeah, man. We've like I said, like you said, we've shared the ring many times. But I guess, man, Wednesday night just has to, just a bit of a different scene. But nothing too unusual, bro.
You were in a very entertaining fight with Brandon Grat last year. Is this the same style of a fight? Is it going to be a knock him out, drag him out sort of an affair?
Nah, look, man, we've been in a good camp this one, and just like every other camp, to be honest. But just looking to showcase my boxing skills and obviously what I'm capable of, and just going to show everyone, kind of remind this whole division of who I really am. So, and I believe I'm one of Australia's best heavyweights out here. So, Wednesday night's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, that's a great fight. Looking forward to that one. Thank you, boys. Liam Taliva and Johan Lind. That will be the final fight on the pre-show, so on Fox Sports just before 7 p.m. This heavyweight fight is going to be on Main Event pay-per-view, and it's Brandon Grat, who we saw in that incredible fight against Liam Taliva, against this man, John Mailer, who comes to us from Queensland with an undefeated record. He's 6-0 with 5 stoppage victories. John, hello and welcome to Wollongong. How are you feeling about really getting a chance on the big stage for the first time?
Yeah, I feel good. Thank you for the opportunity for my team to be here, and thank you for Wollongong for having us. Listen, we've seen what he did the last fight. It's that's heavyweight. Anyone get caught in the punch, and that's the outcome. So yeah, we feel good and we're ready for Wednesday.
How big a puncher are you? Because we've seen little clips on social media always knocking people out, and you've got that incredible record at this stage of your career. Are you one of the biggest punchers in Australia, do you think?
Oh, definitely up there, bro. Definitely up there. But like I said before, man, one punch changes the game. So, you know, you just got to be aware of that at all times.
Brandon had a few things to say the other day. He said you can't build the muscles on your chin. Did you hear him having a little crack at you there?
Yeah, that was a pretty funny comment. I thought it was very clever of him to say that. But listen, we know they say they got a game plan. I'll remind him what Mike Tyson said. Everyone's got a game plan until they get punched in the face.
Let's talk to Brandon Grat, who's down here on the ends of the front table. There you go. Do you have a response, Brandon?
Man, war, destruct and destroy, to take a page out of Hagler's book. I've been waiting 8 months to get back in the ring and punch someone with 10-ounce gloves on. And man, you're right, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. And you know, I've seen a little bit of John, and you know, no disrespect to the guy. You know, he's gotten where he is today. He's 6-0. I'm here to make him 6-1, and I'm keen to see what else he brings to the ring other than power. I think some guys fall in love with their power, and I know what tools I've got, so I'm interested to see what you've got on Wednesday night.
This can't be a fight that goes the distance, though, can it? It doesn't look that way on paper, Brandon.
2 big boys, 2 big punches. Who's going to want it the most? I don't know. You know, obviously the last fight was a cracker. You know, we're always prepared to go the distance. Where this fight's 6 rounds, we're prepared for 6 rounds. But just like the last fight, anyway it goes down, you know, that's how it goes. And you know, one punch can change everything. So who knows?
Must be an exciting time to be a heavyweight in this country at the moment, Brandon, with the fights that are on this card and cards around the country. It's clearly a division on the up in Australia.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, heavyweight division is back in Australia. I don't know so much about the world scene, but when I look here in Australia, I think this heavyweight division can rival a lot of countries overseas, the US, the UK, and beyond into Europe. I think of the competition that's out there, and there's some great fights to be made here in Australia. So, man, don't take your eyes off the Oz heavyweight division.
Thanks so much, Brandon Grat. So looking forward to those heavyweight fights. We're going to go to super welterweight now, and it's Munir Fati taking on Anton Markovic. Both of these fighters have had just the one loss in their professional careers so far. A fascinating style matchup, and I'll start with Anton Markovic, who joins us down at the front table. Most recently, we saw him causing that upset and spoiling the party, really, against Viliami Liava when he stopped him with a body shot. What have you been doing since then? They tell me you sparred the next day and you fought a couple of weeks later.
Yeah, that's right, Ben. I'm of the opinion that as a fighter, you know, you should be ready to fight at any time. And right now I'm ready to take on as many tests as I can and just show my skill on as big a stage as possible.
Do you really need to spar the day after your fight, though? Have you got sparring planned for this Thursday?
Maybe, we'll see how it goes.
What have you seen from him there? Because stylistically, it looks like he's the mover in this fight and you're the puncher. Is that the way you see it?
Well, he is pretty slick. He does have power too, which is also something to be aware of. But I'm of the opinion that I can get the stoppage this fight as well.
And what does a win like this do for you, do you think? Because it's a stacked and a very important division in this country at super welterweight at the moment.
He's a very good test of my ability. I do believe I'm constantly testing myself and testing my ability, and that in order to become better as a fighter, I have to keep constantly testing my ability with good fighters, very good fighters such as him. So, yeah, 100% what this will do for my mentality and what this will do for me as a fighter, it will make me improve in leaps and bounds.
All right, thank you, Anton Markovic. Now to Munir Fati, who joins us down the ends of the front table there. Munir, did you watch that fight when Anton scored that huge stoppage victory to the body? He's obviously a big puncher.
Yeah, first thing I want to say, thank God for everything. Yeah, I watch him, but you can't stop weak people. Easy to stop weak people, but know me, man. Know me, I'm different. I'm different level. I'm different level, my man. You can see this one in Wednesday night.
Would you
Big
argue?
test.
would you argue that you're the bigger puncher? You've got 6 stoppages. You've stopped every one of your opponents that you've beaten. Are you the bigger puncher in this fight?
Yeah, of course, everyone you know me, I'm bigger puncher. Ask people you fight me. Ask people you spar me. He can't tell you this one. Look, I want to say, in the last fight, I want to say, first thing, I want a quick advice for all the fighters in the world. Please don't make decision for money. Don't make decision for money, because guess what? Money back and gone, but decision always stay in your head. This one has happened to me, the last fight. I make decision, I'm not prepared 100%. I make decision early, and still I have problem in my hand. Well, I still fight, and it's not my weight division. I do catch weight, I go to middleweight. You know, this one has happened to me. First thing, I want alhamdulillah for everything, but in this fight, I'm 100% prepared. I'm 100% ready. Let's go with Wednesday night. Let's go, my friend, to make war.
Fantastic. That is a great fight between Manu Fati and Anton Markovic that you'll see at Super Welterweight. That'll be part of the pay-per-view broadcast, as will this fight between the 2-time former world title challenger in Liam Wilson from Queensland and 21-1 Yusuf Dib, who joins us as well. And I'll start with Yusuf. Gee, you look relaxed and ready and comfortable. Why has this preparation been different for you and seemingly better?
This preparation has been amazing because I'm coming up against a really great fighter. I need to make sure that I've done all that I can do leading into this fight. So I walk in there with the absolute confidence, knowing that I'm going to get this victory, and that's what I've done. I've prepared, I've left no stone unturned, and I've prepared for the very best Liam Wilson. I believe he's prepared for a tune-up, and that's going to make the difference on Wednesday night.
Do you think he's looking past you? Because he's mentioned George Kambosos, as have others, as being a potential next opponent for the winner of this fight. Do you think Liam has one foot in that ring?
There's definitely been a lot of disrespect in that regard. Obviously, there's mutual respect between Liam and I. We're both family men, but he obviously doesn't respect me as a fighter, talking about George Kambosos and how his next bout is going to be against George Kambosos and how this is a tune-up leading into that. He's going to pay for it.
Do you see an advantage in the fact that, and Munir just talked about weight divisions, you're an established lightweight now, Liam's coming up in weight. Do you think that plays into your hands in this fight?
Most definitely. He's been stopped in 3 of his last 7 bouts. Yes, against world-class fighters. I'm going to prove that I'm a world-class fighter too, and I'm going to continue on that trend.
So you stop Liam Wilson in this fight?
Whether it's a stoppage, whether it's whatever it is, it's victory. I believe that he falls apart 4, 5, 6 rounds in. If it happens in 7, 8, 9, 10, I've got 10 rounds to do it. I'm ready to get it done.
That is Yusuf Dib. I'll go straight to Liam Wilson now. Liam, some really strong words there from Yusuf, stronger than we've heard throughout this build-up so far. I wanted to talk to you about how you feel physically, 24 hours out from weighing in at lightweight, but do you also want to respond to anything that Yusuf said there?
Everything he said is very true. I've had 3 losses at a super featherweight, where I'm a bit vulnerable there. Now I'm at a healthy division, lightweight. I feel much more alive, and I'm ready for fight night. I can't wait to campaign this new weight division and show everyone what I can do here. I'm excited for this, and look, the past is the past, and I've had to go back to the drawing board with my team and reassess everything. I'm ready for Wednesday night, and I can't wait to campaign this new weight.
Yeah, tell us what this fight does mean to you, because we've seen you in Arizona a couple of times. One time you should have become a world champion, and the other time you fought bravely but lost against Oscar Valdez. What does this mean coming right now against Yusuf Dib?
Look, as Yusuf said before, I've had 3 losses, but let's please remind the public who they're against. Joe Noine, I avenged that loss straight away. Navarrete, I knocked him out in 4 rounds, and we'll see what happened there. And my last fight against Valdez, it's an unfortunate outcome, but I'm back to the drawing board. I've moved up a weight division, I'm fit and healthy here, and ready to showcase my skills on Wednesday night.
How big a puncher are you at lightweight, do you think?
We'll have to wait and see on Wednesday night. I feel strong, I feel fit, and I feel much more energetic where I am right now. I feel like, honestly, I feel like this fight's happening because the team and Yusuf have taken this fight because they think I'm vulnerable. And they're sadly mistaken. Here I'm a lot more healthier and I'm ready.
What's your prediction, Liam? Do you stop Yusuf Dib? He's just said that he stops you, most likely.
Yeah, well, you can try. Look, I feel good. And look, a gym mate of mine, Miles Zaluski, grazed him with a left hook. Wait until mine lands.
All right, that is a great fight between Liam Wilson and Yusuf Dib. Cannot wait for that one. And now we're going to introduce the 4 fighters involved in our co-main and our main event. Firstly, 6 3-minute rounds at heavyweight. Could you please welcome to the stage a former NRL Premiership winner, 2-0 as a professional boxer. This is Curtis Scott. And a former AFL Premiership winner, looking for his first professional victory as a boxer. This is the monstrous Barry Hall. Let's hear it for these fighters in our co-main event as they face off. And the heavyweights can take their seats. As we welcome the 2 fighters involved in our main event on the program here at the Win Entertainment Centre on Wednesday night. Firstly, joining us from Thailand, he is number 8 in the world and undefeated in 26 professional fights. Please welcome Chai Noi Warwood. And also the king of Wollongong. He is Mr. Mandatory, undefeated in 18 professional fights, number 1 in the world with the WBO and the IBF. This is Sam Goodman. All right, we'll let the super bantamweights take their seats, and nice photo bombing from the front there, Curtis Scott. We will start with Curtis Scott, in fact. Curtis, good to see you again. What's the response been to the face-off that we did the other day, and particularly your energy towards Barry Hall?
I'm not on social media leading into the fight, so I haven't really seen too much. I've had a few people come up to me and bring up things that were said, and I'm sure everyone had a laugh and thought it was quite entertaining, and that's what we're here to do. So, yeah.
Anything stick with you out of it, though? He most notably probably called you a nobody.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all good. He's going to know who I am on Wednesday night. He might not know who I am because he's going to be knocked the fuck out. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Do you think he got in his head during that face-off piece? And I don't know if that was the idea, but do you think you got in there?
Yeah, I could see the doubt literally coming out of his head while I was talking to him. So I definitely think I'm in his head, and I know there's doubt in there, and he's questioning a lot of things, and yeah, I'm going to expose it.
You firmly believe that he doesn't want to be here or doesn't want to get in that ring on Wednesday night?
I think he's looked past me this whole camp. He spoke about Gallen the whole time, and yeah, I genuinely think he's looking past me and he's underestimating what I've got, and yeah, it's going to be a shock to him on Wednesday night when we get out there.
Paul Gallen obviously got a good mention the other day. Has he reached out over the last few days with any advice or any thoughts on what's been going down?
Yeah, he came to my last spar on Saturday, and you know, just was just giving me confidence and wishing me luck, and that's it.
Do you have anything further you'd like to say to Barry? Because this might be the last opportunity before your fight on Wednesday night. Any words for Barry Hall?
I think everything's been said. I think it's been a great build-up. I'm sure he's worked extremely hard. I've worked extremely hard, and I'm just itching to get out there and getting to work and doing what I love.
Is your prediction that you take him out early in this fight?
We're prepared for 6 rounds. We're prepared for the best Barry Hall, and we're expecting that. He's in great nick. He's a big man, and I'm sure he's got a lot of power and he can box really well. So we're expecting the best Barry Hall, and I'm just looking forward to getting out there and giving another statement.
Well, that is Curtis Scott, and this is Barry Hall. Barry, a lot said the other day, and the build-up to this fight has really taken a turn in recent days. You're getting a sense now why, as you put it yourself, Curtis Scott is not well liked.
No, he's not well liked, and look, I think at the end of the day, a lot of fighters have to bluff themselves into stuff sometimes, and I think that the trash talk that come out on the face-off was, a lot of it was ridiculous, really. But if that's what he has to do to get himself in fight mode, that's great. I've been accused of, looking past him with Paul Gallen and all these sorts of things, and I'm just answering questions that people put to me, and the point that I brought up was it's because people aren't talking about Curtis Scott, first and foremost. So I've had to get a lot of physio on my back because I've carried this fight's promotion a lot, and he probably should maybe give a clip of his fight purse to Paul Gallen because no one really wants to talk about Curtis Scott.
He says he saw doubt in you the other day. What did you see in him?
I seen a guy who was saying stuff that he didn't really mean. As soon as the cameras went off, he changed his energy. So, as I said, some fighters bluff their way into thinking they're confident, thinking they've done everything right. I know in my whole heart that I've done everything possible. I could not have done more. I've had the best sparring. I'm in the best shape of my life, and people might think that that's ridiculous at the age of 47. Believe me, I am. I'm the best fighter I can be, and I just want to show it now.
Curtis, you're sitting right up to the mic there. Do you want to respond to anything that has been said? Essentially, he's saying that you are bluffing your way through this.
Honestly, I don't even know why he keeps saying no. If I wanted to be like where everyone, mate, I'd buy an ice cream truck, all right? Like, honestly, it's got nothing to do with anything. We're going out there and we're fighting, and that's it. Like, I'm not here to make more friends. I'm here to knock you out, and that's it.
Barry, jump back in.
Oh, that's nice. That's great. Look, in everything that sells, there's a hero and a villain. He's certainly not a hero, that's for sure. So he's got to take the villain card. So if he's got to play that role, that's fine. Or maybe he can go back to ice creams after this.
What have people been saying to you? I know that you were saying people were reaching out, asking you to knock him out. I'm sure that's stepped up over the last few days.
Yeah, it's stepped up quite a bit. I don't have to hide off social media because I can handle it. So that has come up, but I've got a firm focus, and as I said, I've prepared, I've done everything. I've got a job to do Wednesday night, and it's going to get done.
Is it fair to say that he flicked a little bit of a switch with you during that face-off? Because talking to you straight afterwards, I don't think you were rattled, but you certainly were surprised by how aggressive he came to that event as.
Oh, it was just full of shit, really, to be honest. So I wasn't rattled. It was just a different energy, and it's fight week now, so I'm fine with that energy. That's what we're here to do. We're not here to it's not a tickling contest. We're here to hurt each other, and not that I'm going out there to try and stop him, but we've got a process in place that if the stoppage comes, I'm going to be quite happy.
Final words to Curtis before we wrap up, and we'll see you again at the weigh-in tomorrow.
Yeah, look, I know he's come prepared, and as have I. I've mentioned it a couple of times. You can think you've come prepared, and then you don't get the result, and you go, oh, if, buts, maybes. I've been there before as well. The worst thing that can happen in boxing has already happened to me, so I've got no fear at all. Got no fear. I've already been knocked out in the first round, so I'm coming in this with no doubt. I don't have to do this. I want to do this, and Curtis is coming from a different place, but he's certainly no Latrell Mitchell either. So just thought I'd put that in there.
All right, thank you so much, Barry Hall and Curtis Scott. That's your co-main events on Wednesday night. Our main event is between two world-ranked fighters, the number one in the world at super bantamweight and the mandatory world title challenger in Sam Goodman, and Thailand's Chainoi Warwood, who joins us with his translator B, who's down the front of the stage and will translate the world number 8 as we welcome him firstly to the country. Great to see him, and clearly he's in very good condition. How's he feeling since arriving in Australia?
ยินดีต้อนรับคุณวรวุฒินะคะเขาเห็นกันว่าที่คุณวรวุฒิ เตรียมตัวมาแข็งแกร่งดูแข็งแกร่งดีตอนนี้ความรู้สึกเป็นยังไงคะ
ก็ตอนนี้ความรู้สึกมั่นใจมากครับเกิน 100%พร้อมที่จะสู้กับเขามากครับผม
At the moment, I am absolutely more than 100% ready. I feel very strong and I'm ready to go to war.
A lot of talk in the build-up to this fight about the opportunity for Sam Goodman to fight against Naoya Inoue for all of the belts. Is that a fight that Chino would like? Does he think if he beats Sam Goodman, he gets the Inoue fight?
ในการเตรียมตัวของที่จะมาต่อยกันวันพุธนี้นะมีการคุยกันเยอะมากว่าคุณแซมกูดแมนถ้าได้ชนะคุณวรวุฒิจะได้ไปต่อยกับคุณอินุเวที่ญี่ปุ่นอันนี้คือเป็นสิ่งที่คุณวรวุฒิอยากได้ทำด้วยไหมคะ
ก็มันเป็นความคิดของผมตั้งแต่ต้นแล้วก่อนที่จะมาเจอแซมกูดแมนก็ผมก็ตั้งใจที่ต่อยมาก็เพื่อจะเจอแชมป์แต่การที่มาต่อยกับแซมกูดแมนก็เป็นการวัดประสิทธิภาพของผมว่าผมจะได้ไปต่อยกับอิโนเอะหรือไม่ผมก็ตั้งใจมาเหมือนกันครับไฟล์นี้
The fight against Inoue is something that I have wanted from the very start. It's always been my dream, and I have trained really hard for this fight. Even with Sam Goodman, it's a fight that I came to test myself, and I think that I have a really good shot with Inoue.
And just finally, his prediction for this fight with Sam Goodman, because clearly he's confident he wins this fight. Why?
คุณชายน้อยคิดว่าผลที่ต่อยวันพุธนี้จะออกมาเป็นยังไงคะแล้วก็ทำไม
เราไม่สามารถรู้ผลได้แต่ความคิดผมก็ต้องเป็นฝ่ายที่ผมต้องเอาชนะให้ได้อยู่แล้ว
We will never know the decision in the future, but my goal and my thinking is that I am going to win because that's what I've prepared for and that's what I want.
Okay, thank you very much, B, and thank you, Chanoi. Welcome to Australia. I'll go now to the mandatory world title challenger in Sam Goodman. Sam, you got your first chance to get a look at Chanoi today. What do you see?
Look, he's a good fighter. I've seen what I had to see in the preparation leading up to this, so I've seen what I need to see. I know he's a good fighter. He's world ranked, and he's obviously here to fight. I know he's looking at this as almost an audition for him to get that shot. But look, I'm here to, I'm laser focused on this. I'm not looking past this one. Like I said, I am all in for this. I haven't looked past him. I'm ready to go, and I'm in the shape of my life, and I'm ready to handle business in Wollongong. I'm excited to bring another big show here and to do it all over again.
He didn't want to face off with you over here, though.
Yeah, he doesn't want to step to me already, so he's hiding behind Curtis. So, look, I reckon that could be a bit of sign of what's to come on Wednesday.
Tell us what you've seen, though, having a look at him, because it looks like he's a puncher. It looks like he's turned up looking strong. Is that his advantage?
He looks small, I reckon. He's got the fours on. He still looks small. So, look, I think look, I'll make what I need to make of him on Wednesday night. I'm not going to read too much into all that sort of stuff. I just know I'm the better fighter. I'm going to get out there and handle business as I usually do.
What about what George Rose, your promoter, said just earlier? You're happy to get over there in September if they need you to get in against Naoya Inoue should he come through this fight?
Look, like I said, I'm focused on this fight and getting past this one. I'm not looking past this. All my focus is completely on this. But Inoue, he's taken on my sloppy seconds in over in September. So he's fighting TJ. I've already been there and done it. So look, yeah, I've already been there, beat TJ. I'll see him at the end of the year.
Tell us about Wollongong and how it's reacted to the build-up to another Sam Goodman headlined fight here in the Win Entertainment Centre.
Look, it's been a little bit more low-key than the last time. I think it's been a bit more tame, but it's good. It's going to be rowdy by the time fight night rolls around. You know what we always bring, and we always bring the noise, we bring the heat, and it's going to be an unbelievable atmosphere here once again. I know everyone's coming and supporting, so look, I'm grateful for all the support that's turning out and everyone who's getting around the event. And yeah, continue to get in, get your tickets, buy your pay-per-views, and let's put on a massive show on Wednesday night.
You did make a statement in that last fight against Mark Schliebs. Now you're in with the world number 8, and you've got that opportunity potentially just around the corner. Are you looking to do the same thing? Are you looking to get him out of there?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got to keep putting on big performances and against world-class guys like this. So I'm most certainly I'm going to put my best foot forward, and if the opportunity presents itself to get him out and take him out, Absolutely, that's the goal. That's the name of the game. But I'll do it smart. I'll go through my process as I need to, and I'll make sure he's a beaten man.
And your final words, Sam, for the people who are watching and thinking about tuning in on main events on Wednesday night, or those who can get here to Wollongong as well to have a look at the action, or to the Mad Bunch, who no doubt will be piling into the joint come Wednesday night.
Absolutely. So get your tickets, get your pay-per-view sorted. You don't want to miss this one. It's going to be full of action. Great card. It's going to be a massive show, so don't miss it. Who knows when we're back.
Yeah, don't miss it. It is a huge night of boxing that comes to you on Wednesday night live on Main Event Television. Thanks for your company at today's press conference. We'll see you tomorrow at the weigh-in at midday Australian Eastern Standard Time, and then on Wednesday at the fights. I'm Ben Damon. I'll see you at the fights.